up, girls? Let's be hyped. Have excitement. Really? I got nervous all of a sudden. Alrighty, guys. So we're just gonna wait for a few more people to join. Man, we're on time. Exactly at 6. I can move. So how was y'all's day? I'm just saying something so I don't awkwardly just sit here for more people to join. I like how we literally joined like right at 6.
I know.
We're such.
You gotta be on point.
You gotta be on time.
You gotta be on time.
She's sleeping over there.
Yeah.
Someone needs to give her a monster to wake her up or something.
I know.
Wake up, wake up.
Just slap her.
Throw her some water if she actually falls asleep. Alright, let's just wait till a little more people join, guys. Please, just wait a little bit. We're just waiting till a little more people join. Hang with us, guys. We're doing drawing today. Have we ever done drawing already online?
No.
No, right? So this is the first time we do actual nail art that you drawn. So for anyone that's already here, hello. For anyone that's already here, so we're gonna be doing lips. I wanna kind of like let you guys choose. So we are doing lips, but what kind of lips do you guys want? Do you guys want like lips with like a cherry, or sometimes there's like, it's not drool, but it's like the glitter drooling from the lips, or like lollipop? What do you guys prefer to have on the lips? Let me know, guys. Or just lips, licking the lips, or what kind of lips do you guys want? Please let me know. Yeah, like sticking the tongue out. Like the drool, or like a grill.
Someone said a grill.
A grill.
Oh, imagine.
Wasn't thinking of putting
And then the one with the stone right here. You know how girls get the stones?
the stones.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess we'll join. We'll start. So I'm going to start by introducing myself. The same old introduction I do every live, just in case somebody's new. So my name's Danny from Nails by Danny. We are going to be doing this live every Thursday at 6 p.m. to just get to show you guys some of our products, some new techniques, but most of all, just getting to interact with all of you guys, all of our followers. So yeah, today we're going to be doing some lips. I know Valentine's Day is over, but that is very, very popular thing throughout the year, depending on what set you get, but we're doing some lips today. I'm going to do probably some like red lips. I took out pink, or pink lips. I didn't take out red color, so we'll do pink lips. I asked what you guys wanted on lips. You guys wanted like a lollipop, cherry, or like that like glitter drooling down. What do you guys want on the lips? Let me know. But I'm gonna do it on a nail like this. I'll just put some nude gel on top of it. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and start. And I'll be looking to see what you guys want. Somebody said a grill.
And someone else said
A cherry. Someone else said a cherry. So we'll do a cherry.
Yeah, two more people said cherries.
We'll do a cherry, guys. So usually these are done the same way, except for like what you put. Either if it's like a tongue or a cherry. Is it on this one or is it on this one?
Oh.
Okay. Either if it's like your tongue or like the cherry, you just kind of have to include that in there. But the lips, the actual like shape of the lips are almost done the same. Someone said drip coming down. Well, we got. Okay, so
more cherries.
let's do both. We'll do like if it was like the juice of the cherry, just dripping down. Okay.
Oh no, I'll combine
Yeah.
the art.
Yeah, combine the same one. I'm not doing two. Oh no, I'm not doing two different ones. Alrighty, guys. So I have my nail right here. Like I said, I just have like a new top coat on top of this nail. I'm gonna be using these colors. Ma'am, can you give me the red from the paint, please? Thank you. And I'm gonna be using, I didn't clean this brush. I'm gonna be using a little tiny brush like this. And then a longer, it's still really tiny, but it's just a little bit longer. Alrighty. So the first thing that I usually start with is the outline, and it's more like, doesn't have to be completely neat. You can always go back and fix it. You can take a little brush like this one with a little bit of like gel cleanser and just kind of go back into places where you need to remove something or fix something. So this is just really like that, the rough draft. So I'm gonna take very, very little black, like very little. I want my lines to be very thin.
They're saying like, are the brushes from Hey Beautiful?
They are Mia Secret liner brushes, but yes, we do have them in the store. So at the actual store, I don't think they are on the website. I could be wrong, but I know we have them in store. So they are just like the Mia Secret brushes. Alrighty. So I'm gonna start with my rough draft, and the first thing that I'm gonna do, I don't usually do this when I do lips, but this is a lot simpler. I'm gonna just do almost like a half circle. And like I said, this is a rough draft, so it doesn't have to be, let me make sure I'm in focus. Doesn't have to be perfect, because you will go back and clean up any lines, but I'm just trying to make like a half circle like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna do almost like a little more of a straighter M. It's not necessarily an M, more like when you draw like a bird, or like a line bird, or like a bat looking thing. I'm just gonna do a little point like that. And if I want to, I can even do it deeper. I think this is called like a cupid's bow, right? Is it called that? Right? Like this little like,
oh yeah.
Right, like a cupid's bow, yeah.
I would say it looks like a fat heart.
Like a fat heart.
Yeah.
This heart had so
Like
much to eat. And then I'm gonna take this like brush to clean it up and remove that line that I did whenever I was doing the circle. It was just to kind of help me get it evened out. So I'm gonna be cleaning that up. Going back in with my little pad that has gel cleanser. Oops. So I'm just cleaning it up like that, guys. Go over. So I said we're doing like a cherry, right? So
Yeah.
we're gonna do a cherry. We're not gonna put bottom teeth, so that's gonna make our mouth a little bit not as like, it's almost like a, not a half circle, more like a half like oval almost. It's a little bit more pointier than round, but it's not going to be too too low, because we're not putting teeth, so we don't need that extra space where the teeth will be. So I'm just going to take my brush and do, like I said, not a circle, it's more like a pointed, more oval shape. And remember that this is like a rough draft or map of what we're doing, so I'm just, like Celeste said, it's like a fat heart.
Yeah.
Not a very defined heart. Alrighty, now we're gonna do the center of the mouth. So I'm going to do another half circle up at the top. This is more of like a closed circle, like so. And right here, I'm gonna create like a little, another half circle right here. And you can either clean up this area right here or just leave it, because your color will cover it up. If your color is not too pigmented, then it's better if you just clean it. But it doesn't have to be perfect, that will be covered, so it'll look like that. The next part is to do the bottom lip. So I'm going to do another half circle, but I'm gonna leave the bottom lip like a little thicker, like, you know, if she had some lip fillers or something, more lip fillers on the bottom lip. So I'm gonna do another half circle. Like so, and that's going to be my like rough draft for the lips. Now I'm gonna go over with the teeth. So I'm just going to do, I don't want to do too much teeth. It's too blurry?
No, too bright.
Oh, too bright. So I'm just gonna do like, probably like 4 teeth. So the main front tooth. Gonna do like a line right here, another line right here, and then just kind of, it looks very, very square. I know teeth aren't like super this perfect unless you got blessed with good teeth, but we're gonna clean that up once it comes with the white, once I use the white, don't worry. And then I'll do like small little teeth right here. Like that. Alrighty, now we're gonna do an actual circle right here, which that's going to be our cherry. So while I do this, guys, actually let me just finish the circle and then I'll ask you guys a question. So I'm just gonna do a circle. And I think the best way to do a circle, like a really nice circle, is just to kind of do a really, really light hand. So there's my circle. Alright. So after that, I'm just going to cure this rough draft because I don't want to put color on top and then have my black just kind of smudge all, or my red smudge all over the black. So I'm going to put it in my lamp for 60 seconds. So while that's in the lamp, guys, do you guys ever have any problems when it comes to doing like nail art? what do you guys have issues on whenever you are doing nail art? Let us know, just so I can hopefully help you guys, give you guys my tips or tricks when it comes to drawing on the nails, because I know it's a very, very small space to work with, so a steady hand is very necessary when it comes to doing really small details. I like to use really, really skinny brushes. When it comes to doing really clean lines, I prefer really thin but long brushes. So what do you guys have trouble on? Just so I can, you guys know, please let us know.
Someone on Facebook, they said, what tools are better for nail art? What polish should we use?
Oh, when it comes to the actual, so I don't use polish, I don't use gel, like shellac. I usually use gel paints, which they're a lot thicker. Sometimes they're not as smooth to work on just because they are much thicker. They're a little bit rough. So usually I would put either a matte or shiny top coat. A shiny will usually slide the gel a lot easier, sometimes too quickly. So if you prefer a matte top coat, just so it can soften the nail. I didn't do that because I put gel, like a shellac, a nude gel polish on top of the nail. Even though I wiped it with gel cleanser, it wasn't completely matte. It was still really soft and kind of shiny, kind of matte and shiny. And since it's a gel, it does smooth out the nail. If it was acrylic and you file over, sometimes it's still a little bit too rough. So that's why I'm saying it's better if you either put a matte or a glossy top coat, just to help you guys do much cleaner lines, and so your brush isn't getting super stuck and giving you rough edges. That's what I prefer to do when I'm doing a design. I tend to put clear top coat, a glossy or matte, doesn't matter, and that'll usually help me. It's just a lot easier. It'll help me run my brush and just do much smoother lines. So I'm gonna put my red. So I'm gonna use red for the cherry and the lips. Alrighty. This is when I said that your lips didn't have to be completely perfect, because I'm gonna go back in with the gel. So I'm just gonna start filling in, and I'm gonna start filling in half of the lips, just because I do want to give it a little bit of a shadow light effect. So I'm just going to kind of fill in with this red half of my lips. And then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of white and start kind of mixing it. It's gonna give me that ombre look, and I'm gonna add it little by little. So then I'm gonna bring it out, and then I'm gonna remove as much of that color and just try to blend it as much as I can. We're gonna bring that all around. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more of that red, like I said, to give more of that 3D lip. Just gonna do it on the corners, on the very edges. And then towards the middle, I'm gonna bring back a little bit of pink to give it that, like I said, 3D effect. I'm gonna take a little bit at the top. I am gonna come back in after this is dry with a little bit of white, just to give it, like I said, that 3D effect, the lips are just popping. So I'm just going back and adding a little bit more white until I like that that has a good highlight, something like that. Let me add a little bit more over here. If your lips are flat, it's still fine, but I think it just looks a little bit more realistic and a little bit more, it just pops out a lot better when you have some kind of contrast to your lips and they're not just completely flat. Something like that. And then I'm gonna do the same thing to the bottom. I'm gonna just start filling in one of the sides. Doesn't really matter where, but it has to be on the same side, right? Because if there's light hitting it, it's always gonna be light hitting it from this side. So you wanna put both highlights on the same side. Don't put like one here, like the highlight over here and then the highlight over here. Because if the light's hitting this way, this side is mostly going to have to be a lot darker. And since the light is over here, I'm only adding highlight on like around the top of the lips. So I'm going to put my red towards the lower part of the other side. And then I'm gonna start bringing, let me bring it in a little more. Then I'm gonna start going in with my white. Go in with a little bit more white. And like I said, whenever this is dry, whenever I cure this, I am going in with like white lines to make it pop a little bit more. This is just more of like shadow. I'm gonna add a little bit of black to my red to make that shadow down here, because I don't have a deeper red, so you can always just go back and add some black to that. And I'll do that same thing to the other side where it should be darker. I do have some like rough lines, so I'm just gonna go back in with my red, go back with my black, just like that. And then I'm going to put this, actually let me fill in the circle, because this is going to be our cherry. And I am gonna go back in with the black to outline everything again and just make everything really clean. So I filled up my circle. I'm gonna put it in the lamp, cure it for 60 seconds, and let's talk again, guys. What do you guys have issues on? Look at the comments, see if anyone has said anything. No. What do you guys have issues on? It doesn't have to necessarily be nail art. When it comes to drawing, it can be any type of nail art. So just in case someone is asking, I am using the Mia Secret nail art brush liner number 4. This is the one I used to fill everything in. The one I used to make the really thin lines was the nail art brush liner number 3. Yeah, that's usually the ones that I've been using. And then I've used this one to fill in, which is the square. It's not the liner brush, but the square number 2. So we're just waiting. So you guys have any questions while we're doing this? Oops, okay, it's ready. Alrighty, so I'm going to clean my brush with some gel cleanser to make sure my brush is clean. And I'm not contaminating any colors, even though I already contaminated this white over here, but I can try to work around it. Alrighty, I'm gonna put my white on the teeth. So I know I made those little lines to kind of separate the teeth, but I'm just going to go over. It's just going to be a lot harder for us to kind of fill in every square. So I'm just going to do all of it together, and then I'll just go back in with my black just to separate. Sometimes if your black was like strong enough, you'll be able to see it through the white, so you can just kind of go back in with that black that you can see underneath, just so you can put in the same spot.
Oh,
So
someone says, what did you use to clean the brush?
I use gel cleanser. It's also gonna be a secret. We also have it in our store. I'm just filling in the whole part of the tooth. And the reason why I didn't put teeth at the bottom was because the lips are like grabbing the cherry. So it's like the top lips are holding down the cherry and the bottom lip. So not the top teeth and the bottom. You could have teeth if you wanted to. It's up to you. That's what I did. And then I'm gonna put it in the lamp. So we said we were gonna do both on the same lips. We're gonna do the drip, which is gonna be like almost the juice of the cherry, even though cherries don't have juice, right? No, but we're just still gonna do that. It's gonna be like red dripping down. And let's make the lips shiny, matte, and then we'll just go back in with the drip and we'll just do it glossy. We'll do the cherry glossy too. I think that'll just make it pop out a little bit more and it'll look so cute. So now I'm just waiting for these 60 seconds to be over. After, I'm just going to be filling in the black, which is all the center of the mouth, and then I'm going to start putting in details, and I'm also going to add a little bit of like highlight to the cherry. Yes. Alrighty. So here's our mouth. I'm going to do a little bit of highlight on my cherry, so I'm just taking in that red. Oh, that's too light. I'm just gonna go back in with my red, doing it at the center, and then just to kind of blend that, I'm gonna go back in with the full-on red, do like a little circle around, and then start bringing it in with little motions, just to kind of blend that and not have like a blunt highlight on there. We want to have like that gradient. Then I'm going to fill in with my black. And I'm going to fill in the whole like center. That's too much black. The whole center of my lips. And I'm also going to add all those little details with my black. Okay, so I'm just filling it in. When I'm hungry, I tend to shake a lot. So I make sure that whenever I'm doing or like this, that I've eaten. Because my hands, I don't know why my hands just start shaking.
Yeah, you're hungry.
No, I'm not hungry right now. Girl, my hand ain't shaking. Or does it look like it's shaking in the camera?
No.
Oh.
We need focus.
It's like oh, it's not focused. You're like, I can't tell. It's not focused. Now I'm gonna, so I use like the thicker brush. It still looks really thin, but I used my thicker brush to fill in. And then I'm gonna use the much thinner brush. You can barely even see it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dip it in there, and sometimes you graph too much. So I'm gonna kind of clean and then move my brush around, just make sure I have enough product, but not too much that it's just like a big clump on it. So then I'm gonna start adding details. First, I'm gonna do the outline again. And I always use my my hand to put that pressure, or just to have more control, so my hand's not like completely in the air. So I usually use my other hand to keep this hand from moving too much. And I'm doing I try not to just do like little, then that's whenever your lines are a little bit like choppy. I'm trying to do one long line, just so my line is a lot cleaner. My hand did start shaking. I'm not hungry though, just nervous. Okay, then I'm connecting my lips. So like I said, I'm doing the outline first, and then I'm gonna go back in with my details. And I'm just gonna do that little half circle. And I am extending it a little bit, so I'm not stopping right where the lip curves. I am extending it out a little bit more. And I'm gonna do.
Alguien te felicita. Dice hermoso trabajo y muy exquisito.
Exquisito.
Exquisito, ya. Te felicito. Digo, felicito.
Gracias, Rox M22. I'm just doing my outline. So usually I put my gels on like another little dish or whatever you have, just because sometimes you can contaminate your gel, and usually I try to close it. I have it like open now. It's like a bad example, but I'm just gonna put a little bit more here and close it, just so nothing goes in and contaminates it, because any little thing that goes in there, it'll show that texture on your whatever you're drawing on. So just make sure that you put whatever you need on a separate little dish and close your containers, because there could still be like powder from the nails you did floating around. So I'm just outlining like I said.
That looks really good.
Thank
I could
you.
never.
Okay, I'm gonna do the top one. Then after I just outline the cherry, I'm gonna start doing my little details, which I don't really need to outline the cherry because it's kind of already outlined by the rest, but just to kind of clean it up.
You know what else that cherry looks like? Like a gumball.
Well, you can, if you do like a lollipop, you can literally do the same. Just do like a circle, but then you add like, you know, lollipops usually have that like little thing in the middle, like they're not completely solid, or some of them are solid, but just
like a ring.
yeah, like a little ring. But just to make it look like it's more of a lollipop, just add like a little, with your black, just add like a little ring around it. And then I'm gonna do the teeth. Let's do the teeth. So I can still see the lines I did before. And I am going to curve out my teeth. Because if your teeth are like square like this, like completely square, I congratulate you. I'm just going to round out my tooth. Make it not so square. So, kind of rounding out my teeth. I wish my teeth looked so nice like that.
Same.
Right? She said erases. And then I'm gonna start adding the details to my lips. So usually lips are not, they have like some type of texture to it, some lines. So just to make these lips a little bit more realistic, we're gonna add a little bit of lines. So I'm added 2 little lines right there. Then at the top, I'm gonna add another line. 2 lines actually.
I wish my teeth were that white.
For real. It's called teeth whitening.
This one person says, are these gel pods on your website?
Are they? Are they on our website? I don't think they're on our website. If Alex is on the chat, please help us out, Alex. He's not in the chat. Poor Alex.
No, but I don't think they're on the...
Yeah, I don't think we have them on the website, guys. But they are in store.
And then the white and the black, they run out.
Yeah, we always have to get like the black and the white in stock because those run out so much in the store. Like everyone comes and asks for those.
And the spider drips.
Maybe a little thicker. I feel like they're too thin, or not a little bit deeper. Okay, then I'm gonna add the bottom, and I'm just doing. Kind of starting from already, like from the black and bringing it down. Like so. Just because I don't want it straight down, I want it kind of like curved down. That's what gives it that like dimension. Like that. I'm gonna do So do you guys have any questions about anything that I'm using? So I'm just doing little lines like that. Okay. Then I'm gonna do a little line on my cherry. That's where I'm gonna put the stem. Like that. I'm gonna put it back in the lamp. Miss Assistant, can you give me the green? I guess I didn't come that prepared. The dark green, please. So do you guys have any questions? Someone said, can you start putting the gel pots on the website? I'm not in charge of that, but I will definitely say something. I'm not in charge of anything on the website, but I will see what I can do. Just say something, mention it. How can you clean it if you smudge it or messed up without taking the coat off? So without removing everything. That is a really good question. So this is why after I do something, and if you are like really scared of ruining it, like you think you're like not too confident, like even if it takes you so long, girl, after every little thing that you do, cure it in the lamp, even if it's just 10 seconds, 30 seconds, because if you like accidentally smudge it on the next little line that you do, if you wipe it, you won't remove everything. You'll just remove that one mistake that you made. So if you're still not like super confident in just doing the whole entire thing just on one, just put it in the light. Cure that little section if you're happy with it. Once you're happy with it, take it out, right? Keep going on to the next section. Because if you mess up, you just clean it and you put it back. If there's just one little thing, like if you already did a lot and there's just one little thing, this is why I kind of, can you do the second camera? This is why I did my outline, right? And then I filled it in with the red. I cured that. So if I put my outline, if I do go back in with my details and I mess up on my details, even if I wipe the whole details, that red would already be dry and cured, so I won't have to worry about that. So this is why I say, like, after every little step that you make, put it back in the lamp. It'll be fine. If you wipe it, it won't remove everything. Except that little mistake that you made. I'm going to do the stem, and I'm not going to do like a straight stem. I'm going to do more like a curved. What is going on with this brush? I'm just going to do like a little curved, I don't know if you guys can see, a little curved stem. So first I'm just going to do one line. I'm going to curve it, and then I'm going to make it a little thicker over here. Just like that. So that's our cherry. Okay. Then while I'm here, I'm going to go back in and add my lines. My white lines. So I'm going to do like a little line right here. And then a longer line right here. Just to add that highlight, and I'm doing the same thing at the bottom. Gonna do one little line right here. Do a bigger line, and they're really thin. Really thin lines. I can do even one on the top of the cherry, and I can even put like a little dot. So this one's not really like a line; it's more like a dot. And I'll do like a little dot on my cherry too. Just to add that detail, that glossy detail on that. So after I do that, I'm just gonna add this on the lamp. And I did say that I was going to do the background, like the whole lips matte. The cherry, I was gonna leave it glossy, and then the little drip coming down, I'm going to do that glossy. So I'm gonna put this in the lamp because I did put little details. Put it in the lamp for about 30 seconds. It'll literally dry in 30 seconds. Obviously depends on the lamp that you have. If your lamp is a little bit more powerful, you can leave it for less time. If it's not that strong, do leave it for longer just to make sure that dries. Miss Fer, can you bring me a mat?
What?
A mat. I'm not prepared. Sorry.
So how was y'all's day? Mine was really boring.
It's over there. Just pass by, girl.
Don't break anything.
Don't break anything. Alrighty. Are the nail art brushes in the store or online?
Some are online.
Yeah, we do have some online. Let me check for you guys, actually, while we're waiting for that Mac, because this girl's taking forever. Oh, my computer just decided to put volume. I'm going to check for you guys right now.
We only have like one set of like the small thin brushes, but not the music ones.
Yeah, no. Let me see, brushes. Yeah, we do have thin brushes, but it's like not the Mia Secret ones. It's these that we have right here. Mine's kind of discolored already, but they have like little
Show the brush one.
like the little dots. Oh, my thing is sticky. So let me show you my phone. Oops. So we do have these, which I also use those. They have like really thin, which is this. Mine was already kind of But I know mine's like
It's bad.
I just throw it in there. Usually throw them all in there, but if you get like a little bit of brush cleaner and you just kind of clean it up, it'll be really, really thin again. Alright, let's not take more time. I'm gonna take my mat, do the whole entire nail mat. Just gonna put my taco over the whole thing. Some Okay, guys, because of the time, guys, I'm not gonna do the drip, but I am gonna, while this is in the lamp and then I show you guys after, I'm just gonna, so you would usually use a dotting tool to make the little dots, which is like the bottom of the drip. Then you would use, let me see if I can, while that's in the lamp, you would do like the dotting tool, this is not a dotting tool, just saying, but you do your little dots with the dotting tool. You're gonna do a line and then just kind of connect that. This is not.
That's a very tiny.
Yeah, I know. This is not a smooth paper, guys. This is like a cloth to clean. And then if you had your lips right here, all you would do is just kind of curve it out towards the lips. This is a really bad example. I'm so sorry. Just kind of like that. Just because of the time, guys, I took too long. But this is our lips. Like I said, if you guys would do the drip, you could go back in with the gloss, like do the drip on top of this mat, do the drip, put gloss on that drip, put gloss on the cherry, then you'll have the cherry. Let me do the gloss on the cherry. Then you'll have like that cherry and the, oh my, why is there dirty? That cherry just shiny. So I'm just gonna show you. I am gonna put gloss on the cherry.
Someone says I need some water.
This is what it would look like. You see how the cherry pops out, so it's all matte. Then you see that cherry. You can even make the cherry with the glitter, like do like a glittery, and even the drip do a glittery. So yeah, guys, this is what it would look like. So do you guys have any questions? Do you guys have any questions before we end our live? This live took so long. I didn't expect it to like take this long. I literally did lips before this and it took me what, like 10 minutes? So do you guys have any questions about any of our products? Anything that I used?
Or do they want to see next time?
Or what do you guys want to see next time? Like we said, we do this for you guys, just to interact with you guys. So if you guys are interested in just learning something new or just seeing the way I do certain stuff, you know, tips and tricks that I have, let us know. So I'm gonna wait just a little bit because it is a little what's it called? I always ask you this question. Delayed. It's a little delayed, like what I see, like what you see and when you answer. So please put the pods on the site. I don't stay in Texas. Like I said, I will talk to, I don't think Alex is on this live. He's usually the one in charge, but I will talk to him and I'll see what I can do, guys. I know right now it's very in to do, like, a lot of people are trying to do nail art, like draw on the nails. So I know that's something that you guys are interested in. So I'll definitely see what I can do. So any more questions? Someone said I need some monomer. Yeah, girl, go on our website. If you're in Texas, come to our store. My eyebrows look crooked. One of them looks lower than the other. I'm just noticing. I don't know if it's my glasses or my My face is just crooked. This line makes me look really greasy. So I'm just waiting to see if anybody has any more questions or suggestions about our next live. Okay, so just to cut this live already, we're going to end our live here, guys. Thank you so much for joining. What? I got it, girl. Don't worry. I'm going to get there. Thank you guys so much for joining our live. Remember that we do this live every Thursday at 6 p.m. So write in your calendars. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. We go live, not just on Instagram, but on Facebook and where else? And on YouTube. So make sure that you guys follow us on there. Turn your notifications on to just get notified whenever we post something. Sometimes we have new collections coming up, new products coming up. So make sure that you guys turn your notifications so you guys are notified when we do release something new. We have nail art classes as well. So if you guys are interested in that, you can DM Hey Beautiful at Hey Beautiful Nail Supplies, or you can DM me, which is Nails by Danny. So yeah, we have a discount code at the end of our live. After every live, and this discount code is the second biggest. The first one is when we have the Black Friday sale. So make sure that you guys take advantage of that discount. It'll be put on our story after this live what the discount is, so be sure that you check that out. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. Did I forget anything else? I think I got everything right. Discount classes, everything. So if you guys want to get those liner brushes that I showed on the website, you guys can. So thank you so much for joining, guys, and we'll see you guys next Thursday.